Folks, welcome back to NiteCap. This episode is a special one. First of all, it's my youngest guest, and as we see what's going on in the country right now with the death of Mike Brown, Eric Gardner, and we see the protests and the rallies, it begs the question, the epidemic of brothers killing brothers is something that, I don't know, have we become immune or accepting of it? So my question is, do we only fight and protest when our lives are vanquished by the hands of unfamiliar fingers? Because there's a lot of familiar fingers that's killing us. This upcoming guest, SD, basically Chief Keef affiliate from the GBE clique in Chicago, really takes me on a journey through exactly what's ravaging the streets of Chicago. So I repeat, the question is, have we become just complacent or accepting of when we kill each other? And where does the record industry play into this, that the music emanating from Chicago, it seems, it seems as even the record industry is beginning to benefit from the pain that's coming out of Chicago. Enjoy the conversation. Afterwards, I'll be back to discuss these issues.
Just real people, real convo.
Peter Bailey, and after my talk with Rich Homie Quan, I headed south to Miami's iconic Circle House Studios to share NiteCap with my youngest guest to date, Chief Keef affiliate SD. He discussed the fire raging in his native Chicago and the despair that ignited it.
SD, how you doing, man?
No, man, cool, bro.
Thanks for welcome to Miami. You said you come to Miami.
Chill.
Relaxing. You know, we were speaking off the cuff, and you said you're 19, and you said something that struck a chord with me. You said, you know, your life is just beginning.
Yeah, it's the beginning. Just a whole new beginning, man.
From what?
Everything.
What's everything?
It's just a new, I look at it like it's a whole new start for me, as in life, period. I got 2 kids, so I got a lot going on at a young age, so it's like, I'm here, I'm there, so.
Yeah. You know, for a lot of people, music is therapy, right? It's, when I was a kid, I used to write, because I didn't like.
A lot of people tell me I should write. You
should. Because I remember growing up, I didn't like the world that was around me, so when I would write, I could create the world I wanted.
Right. I hear that a lot, though.
You know, I'm fascinated, it's funny, I'm a very real conversation, this is a very real conversation, I'm not going to be fake with you.
All right.
I look at Chicago, right? And when I mentioned I was going to have you on the show, this is honesty, clear transparency on honesty. Right. I see some people, you're going to have one of those guys from that Chicago, those kids that's just raising a muck and terrorizing people and whatnot.
That's crazy. All right.
I want you to explain that to me, because I think in life, instead of judging, people should have the right to say their truth and their stories. I don't know you.
Right,
so I think that before, when I look at a mixtape cover, I see anybody, I see a young brother with 2 pistols to their head. Explain that to me.
Just the way of life.
In what sense?
It's just the situation you put in. You put in a death or live situation. See what I'm saying?
Mm.
So every day you wake up, it's just like a barrel to your head. See what I'm saying? Every way you walk, it's the same. It's just like that in any other state, any other country. It's the same. You wake up, it's the same way you facing death. So it's like survival of the fittest.
So when we're in Miami, okay, say, man, I'm in suburban America. Say I'm sipping my coffee with my family, and I see you, I see your clique, I see your crew. I see kids, I see young people. Is it a free expression of yourself, or is it just that I'm just wild and free? I think that for us looking at the outside in, it's almost like, are they enjoying this madness, or are they trying to speak to me, yo, I don't want this madness?
I mean, that is just, like you saying, people trying to get up out of the madness. Everybody trying to figure out a way to get from where they at. Nobody want to be where they at. Don't nobody want to be there because they there. Everybody there because they gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Most don't want to be there. You put in these positions, so you got to deal with what you put in.
What are some of those positions you were put in?
I've been put in all type of situations, bro. It's just crazy. Just life crazy. It made me look at life a whole different perspective today from then. You see what I'm saying?
I got a rule in life, right? That if I'm not helping somebody get out of a situation,
right,
I can't speak on what they've done to get out that situation. So, your music right now, when you craft your body of work, what is it you want me to understand about you?
People to understand that I'm coming from here to this. Don't look at me as this person that came from this and can't go nowhere beyond. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people look at me, I go here, I go through the airport. Look at me a certain way. You see what I'm saying? So it'll be like, when I speak, I want people to listen and be like, all right, I understand that he was in this position.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can always evolve and become something better than what you was always put in.
SD, there's a lot of people that think wild record labels giving these kids from Chicago money to jump around in videos with pistols. Do you think that's intentional, or do you think that's just the opportunity that was given to you, bro?
It's just certain people, I look at it as certain people get opportunities and don't know what they got in their face. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you not taught a certain thing in life. You not taught this and that. So it's like, you going to do what you want to do. Regardless of the fact what somebody else said. Because you not taught this. You not raised upon this and that. So you going to do whatever you want to do. When you ain't got nobody to tell you this and that. You see what I'm saying?
Where were you raised in Chicago?
I was all around the city. But I normally went from 55th, Indiana. That's why I was raised at.
You were raised with your parents?
But nah, I ain't used to live over there. That's just the area where I used to always be at, where I hang out at with all my guys. And, I was from the projects. I used to live in the projects.
What project?
40s and Robert Taylor's. I was in there for the day I was born.
What would differentiate in your mind, like you said earlier, look, man, we all come from a certain space. I came from a certain space before I went to college. And I remember growing up, I was a smart kid. I've listened to your music. There's a lot of intelligence there. But I remember sometimes just messing up because I want to be down.
Right.
Because it really, we talk all the time in our communities, it's just not cool to be smart. It's not cool to be that. And SD, I'm speaking to you because you have a large voice. I think hip hop right now is the most powerful thing on the planet.
Yeah, that's what I've been really waking up to that whole stuff too. That hip hop got a lot of.
You speak for a lot of people, man. I mean, there's kids.
That's what woke me up though. That's what had to really kick in, and I had to really think about like, I ain't in the same position as I used to be in. So now it's like I ain't gonna say I got a large to deal with, but it's just I got shit I gotta do now than from back then. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You keep saying back then. When we talk about back then,
like,
what's back then, man?
When I was like, cause now it's like I be chilling, I be working now.
Yeah.
I be I gotta get it done versus chilling, kicking it on the block. I ain't got time for that. So it's like, that's what I mentioned. When I mentioned back then, that's what I mentioned. Like hanging, like going from the project buildings to hanging on the block, to hanging outside of school, just kicking it, to doing whatever. So now it's like I'm on a whole different path, and I had to put myself in life on some. I gotta work, not even versus work, but just do shit that gotta get done.
You ever feel pressure sometimes when you're trying to advance, you're trying to progress, but the people you love, they're not understanding that?
Yeah, it's always.
What do you tell them?
it's hard to explain certain things to people that ain't going through the same situation that you're going through.
Mm.
So it's like a lot of people don't understand and really hear what you're saying. So it's like it take a while, but you gotta actually bring certain people around and show them.
Yeah.
So they can get back and tell everybody.
I was watching the news the other day. And it's like, I care about the culture.
Right.
I do. I care, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm cool with Chicago and what's going on. The black kids just dying, just lives evaporating. A kid told me, why you don't ask one of these rappers, since they speak for us, what Chicago needs? So I'm asking you, what do you think Chicago needs?
A leader. Not necessarily a leader, but something that's gonna guide people into the right path instead of putting them on the same situation.
Cause why is it so easy to rap about taking a life? Is it because we don't value our own?
It ain't necessarily that you rapping about taking a life. It's just you rapping about what you went through and what you go through in your life.
Yeah.
That's it. You're not rapping about what you did or none of that. It's that you just rapping about what happened through your lifetime.
Yeah.
It's things you seen, things you hear about. That's, you know.
Why is it, and that's the thing, man, like, why is it in our communities in Watts, in Liberty City, why is black life so easy to fade, bro?
That I don't even understand. But it's just so much hate going around. It's a hate thing, love and hate thing. But you gotta be able to be that person that be the boss and step out of order and be the trendsetter and understand and show people. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people talk, a lot of people say this and do this, but you gotta be the person to show somebody and actually put them in a path and help somebody do something.
And that's the thing. I think your comrades. You know, I don't know if you still with Chief Keef. Or you guys still.
You know, like they still my homies, but it's like I just put myself on a different business path.
Because right now, what's that style of Chicago rap? It's called it's that style.
What a lot of people say.
Yeah.
A lot of people try to compare it to. They try to say drill music.
Yeah, but I don't want to use that. I want to use what's the real.
See, what I look at it as.
Yeah.
My style. I make music. That's what I don't look at it as drill music, street music, trap music, pop music.
Yeah.
I just make music, strictly music, but everybody can listen to it.
Have you seen? There's a whole new generation,
right?
And some of us don't understand your generation.
A lot of people don't understand. That's the whole crazy things about the situation. But no one step up and speak about what's going on.
And okay, if I'm wrong, tell me, because when I sit with my peers, we turn on the news, we look at YouTube, we see these young brothers in a house with pistols, everybody smoke. Like, what is going on?
It's just the situation. It's just life. Today, it's just a whole new generation. It's like, and a lot of people let me see, how can I explain? A lot of people that's in the game, that's older in the game, it's like, alright, you see people with guns, videos, it's like, you look at the next person, but this is what been going on for generations on now.
It has.
But now it's just like, alright, you get the young people now that's doing it, it's just happening to affect a younger generation at a quicker time. So now it's like, people look at it like, hold on, it's so crazy now, it's just, ooh, but this is something that been going on for years and years. You can look back in old type of pictures. You see army soldiers. You see all type of guns.
It's funny. Happy you said that. We were talking about the internet. And people say the generation is getting, like you said, is worse and lawless. But I think you're right. I think that people and kids in Chicago have been suffering. But now you guys have YouTube so we can actually see it.
It's just the fact that now you got the chance to actually view what's going on. People weren't locked into really seeing what was happening on the daily, what was going on. You know, so now it's like, alright, music came about in Chicago, the whole hip hop and the whole game, and so it's like now it's like people got a chance to view and really see like, all right, this really going on. This ain't really nothing that people are actually rapping about or talking about, because this that actually happening on a day-to-day life. Like,
and that's why when I saw you, I saw with GB, I saw the whole. I said, you know what? I've seen these kids aren't acting. This is their neighborhood.
It's just some. It's like I always look at it as you always gotta adapt to your environment.
And that's what we go back to. What happens with the kid that wants to be smart? Does he end up suppressing what's good about him to fit in?
And sometimes, but if he's smart enough, he'll put himself in a position to get out of that situation.
And that's what you're doing.
Exactly.
Finally, you know, SD, do you believe in God?
Yeah. But I ain't the type, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't caught up in the whole spiritual situation, but I believe in God, yeah.
No, I'm asking you an honest question.
Yeah, I believe in God.
No, this is real. If you don't, you don't. Cause
I do.
I know I asked you that question because I'm being real with you. Sometimes I don't know if I do. And I can't believe I just said that.
Nah,
but I'm an honest person.
Though. It's the truth though, because it's like
sometimes I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought about that too a couple times. Like, damn, is this like what the life today?
Because I look at what these videos, I look at what you guys are explaining, and I wonder sometimes, where's God for these kids? I do. And I know my Christian viewers and whoever might not want to talk to me, but I'm being honest with you. Because I wonder if people are in this situation, and I know there's a lot of churches in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, in your community, I mean, were the pastors there in the neighborhood when you was growing up?
It's churches. Like, I went to a couple churches when I was younger before. Probably like, yeah, not too many times. Cause I told you, like, I ain't really into the spiritual thing, but I believe in God. But it's like sometimes I get that what going on? Like, how the is all this even here?
I wonder that. Finally, if you could write the record, if the world ends tomorrow, SD, hell, we might, who knows, things happen. And when I never see you again, and all I have is your own music, what do you want me to remember about you and what you did for that record?
My album called Truly Blessed.
Interesting.
It's coming out this year, 2014.
Why you call it Truly Blessed?
Just to show people you gotta understand the difference from when you was here to now. Not even from when you was here to now, because a lot of people be in predicaments where they was from suffering and they still suffering, but it's just mentally. Because it's like, I look at it like it's a whole mental thing.
It's all in the mind.
Yeah, but it's just, if you put yourself in a position to be blessed and thankful for what you got, you could be the happiest on earth.
So you would tell kids, you just got to change your state of mind.
Yeah. Just be blessed for what you got.
Interesting, my man. Appreciate talking to you.
No problem, bro.
Yeah. I really appreciated SD's honesty. And like he said, the kids in Chicago are just lost. They need a leader. So given that a kid from the jungle just wants to eat, wants to survive, do you give them understanding or do you exploit their pain? Because naturally, if a kid is articulating murder, death, and mayhem on the mic, and a label rewards that with a record contract, why would he do otherwise? Because see, in a case of desperation, left with zero options, you do what you have to do. So I think we reach peace, we reach a level of happiness in society where we're doing what we want to do, not what we have to do. Until next time, it's love and live. Just real people, real convo.